Well, hello, hello. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, man?
Doing great. Thank you so much. We're so happy to have you on with us. What a fun movie. I mean, as I was saying earlier, you grow up and you think, oh, it'd be so cool to be in a movie or be on a TV show, and then you actually get on set and you go, oh no, this isn't what I thought. But this one actually looked like it was a whole lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah. There's a lot of like sitting and waiting around when you're filming
Mhm.
that people don't take into account when they're like, oh, being an actor would be awesome. Or being a DP or cinematographer or gaffer. There's definitely a lot of like, there's definitely a lot of patience and hard work. But the most fun that I have as an actor is the moments between action and cut. 'Cause that's when you really get to play and just totally drop into the story. But yeah, this one was a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and of course, I was wondering where this is filmed because I was like, well, this is where I want to go vacation, but it's the director's house.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's supposed to, it's supposed to emulate the Alps of France in a remote area in France where this cyclist team is training and they train in high altitude so that they can condition their lungs and their hearts to go on these long marathon races. And it just so happens that Leah, our creator, director, producer, writer of this movie, she owns and sponsors a cycling team and she's traveled the world and she's been to these places where they've trained and it just so happens that her area in Malibu looks very, very similar to one of the training camps over in France. So she wrote this story and she thought, hey, why not? We could shoot it here and kind of cheat the environment. But it worked perfectly.
I love that. Well, and then of course, Matt Rife's star has gone way up, and he's supposed to be your rival, but I mean, probably had the best time with him, right?
Oh, yeah, no, he's awesome. I mean, we had so much fun.
Mhm.
He was obviously pretty, he had done some acting here and there, and he was also already pretty well known as a comedian. But yeah, man, I mean, it's been so cool to see his career just like blow up
Yeah,
since we shot this movie. I mean, he's traveling the world now, touring. He's sold out all over the place. So I'm really proud of him. And this movie's taken a little longer to be released than expected, I think, just due to the CGI and the pandemic and the strike and everything. But I think the timing is kind of beautiful because there's so many elements to this movie with AI and aliens, sci-fi, and the pandemic and a virus, and there's so many things that are relevant to right now. And it's also pretty cool that now Matt Rife is like, a huge star.
yeah.
This shows a whole different side of him, and his talent, I think. I think it shows his range. A
Mhm.
lot of people know how funny he is and how charming he is, but you don't see necessarily, the more emotional and deeper side of him. And this movie, I think his acting is really solid in this.
Absolutely. Well, and your star has risen quite a bit too, and you've been doing quite a bit of music and a lot more on social, so it's a good time for you too, right?
Yeah, no, I definitely have grown a lot in the past. I guess we shot this, what, 3 years ago, and
Yeah,
I've booked a lot of TV stuff and movies. I've got a few other movies coming out, and I just had Uglies come out on Netflix, and I've
yeah.
got a movie coming out in a few months. So it's good. I think we're all in. We continue to grow in this industry, and it's been a rough 5, 6 years for the world,
Yeah,
and also for Hollywood, and for artists and actors and creators because we were basically shut down because of the pandemic, and then we were
yeah.
shut down because of the strike, and we're all trying to rebuild. But yeah, I think the universe has a weird way with timing, and I think this was supposed to come out tomorrow, like it is, and I hope that the world receives it well.
Yeah. And of course, does that mean we're going to see some more new music from you, get some more videos, and probably, hopefully, maybe some shows here in the great state of Texas?
That would be awesome. I would love to do some touring stuff. I'm so focused on the acting right now, that I've kind of put music not on the back burner, but I'm just trying to stay really focused on the acting projects because I'm filming. I've been filming left and right the
Yeah.
past few months. My last song, Compton, came out a few months ago, and I'm so happy with that. The music industry is a weird place too right now, though. There's not really any
Mhm.
way to make money unless you're touring and selling out massive, massive arenas like Taylor
Yeah.
Swift. Everything is streaming, and TikTok has kind of changed the game. And so I don't know. I'm very proud of the music I've released and I've done, and I definitely plan to release more, but I just kind of like right now, my gut is telling me to stay focused on the acting stuff, and then music will come when it's supposed to.
I love that. Well, of course, people, look up to the diverse amount of things that you can do, and you do it all. So, what kind of advice would you give to someone that's looking to going, I'd like to get into this crazy business?
Well, I would definitely say like don't do it because you want to be famous,
Hmm.
and don't do it because you want to be rich, because both of those things are not likely, honestly. You
Hmm.
got to really do it because you love it,
Yeah.
and you got to do it because you just it's your passion and you love creating and entertaining. And I would encourage anybody. I think everybody should take like an acting class, or I mean, I think art classes are so important for kids, and that's been implemented into schools. But I don't think like an acting class is really kind of gets you out of your shell, like an improv class. Or I know that there's like public speaking classes and stuff like that, but I think like acting, there's just, you kind of get to just play a little more because you're playing a different character and you're playing with other people up there with you. I mean, it's helped. I think it just is so helpful with, if you have to do a speech in front of a crowd, if you have to just
Yeah.
confidence in general. I think it's just a cool thing. I think everybody should be required to take some type of acting class in middle school, high school. Um, Maybe I'm biased though, but I would encourage anybody to pursue it, but I would tell them to take a class. Make sure you love
Yeah.
it. Make sure you really, really are interested in it and you like it. Because if you're just doing it because you saw the Kardashians and you want to be famous, it's just not the right reason, and you'll be very disappointed.
Yes, absolutely. Well, my co-host is Drew Pearson, one of our great Dallas Cowboys. Caught the Hail Mary, went in the Hall of Fame. And so we
Nice,
got
yeah.
to ask you, got to ask you your Hail Mary moment, the moment in your life or career where you just kind of had to go for it and it worked out for you. What do you suppose that was for you?
I guess moving to LA. I
Yeah.
was going to a college in Virginia and I was majoring in theater because I knew that
Hmm.
I decided in high school that I was going to pursue this. But I have, a pretty traditional family that thought that I mean, they're great. They're like really creative people too. I don't mean to make them sound like prudes, but they're traditional in the sense that, they expected me to go to college.
Right.
And I was like, all right, I'll go to college. I'm ready to go to New York or LA though. Like, I feel like I should like start now. I'm ready.
Mhm.
And they were like, please get a degree, have a fallback plan. They were being logical and realistic and smart. And I appreciate that now looking back. But I went to Christopher Newport University for a year and a half. It's a smaller school in Newport News, Virginia, and they had a really, really good theater program. So that's why I chose that school. And I went for a year and a half, and it was awesome. And I was getting cast as a freshman, which is rare. I was doing the plays. It was a really great experience, but
Mhm.
I got to my sophomore year and I just knew that I just was still feeling so like ready to be in one of the cities, like really starting to do it. So I talked to my family again and they said, "All right, we support you. You gave it a shot. Go." They were like, "But please go. If you're gonna go, please go to some type of training out there, some type of school,
Mhm.
where you get some type of certificate or degree." So I was like, all right. So I took the train up to New York from Virginia. I auditioned for a school called AMDA, the American Musical and Dramatic Academy. They also have a location in Los Angeles, which I knew. So I knew if I got in, I was going to go to the campus in LA. I got accepted. I moved to LA. And that was probably that was the big moment for me because I moved to
Wow.
LA. I didn't know anybody, you know. I left college at Christopher Newport when I had a beautiful circle of friends. I was doing well
Mhm.
in the theater department. People thought I was crazy for leaving, I'm sure, but I just knew I had to do it, and I'm so glad I did. It's been a journey ever since. Obviously, it hasn't been easy, but
Yeah.
that was a really risky thing that I did, and I'm really proud of myself because I think it's brave to go actually pursue your dreams, and I wish more people would do it. Whatever that might be. It doesn't have to be acting.
That's
Just
true.
go do it. You got one life to live. Do it.
Yeah, that's so true. Well, part of that is that success mindset. We talk about that on the show, whether or not you're feeling it or not, because, creative types, we're notoriously hard on ourselves. So what
Yeah.
do you keep in mind that kind of keeps you on the right path, even when things are tough?
Um, I think it's really important to have solid friends around you, like a really, really solid support group, because you just can't do it alone.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something to be said about being an independent person. And, at the end of the day, you live with yourself. So you got to like handle your own shit.
Yeah.
You have to. I stand by that as well. But if you think that you're going to get through life just totally on your own. Like it takes a tribe, it takes a team, it takes an army, and arm yourself well. Find the ones that are really, really worthy to be a part of that team, and then like stick close. And I've learned also quality over quantity. You don't need 100 people in your army. You need like a few that
Yeah.
are like ride or die. They got your back and you got theirs. And honestly, those people have saved my life. I've got a couple acting friends. I've got my family that I know no matter what happens, no matter what role I don't get, no matter what job I'm let go from, no matter what show wraps and
Yeah.
finishes, and then I'm like, what do I do now? They're gonna be there. I can call them and cry, lean on their shoulder, and that's a beautiful feeling. That always keeps me going.
That's wonderful. We love it. Well, last thing before we let you go, what are we going to see you in next? Because I can't wait to see what you got coming for us.
I've got a movie called The Fostered coming out. It's a horror movie. I play the lead in that. That'll be out in the beginning of 2025. I'm shooting a movie right now called Are We Dating the Same Guy? It's like a rom-com and it's going to be an in-flight movie, so it'll be on all the airlines.
Okay.
And then yeah, probably some more music stuff, and then we'll see what the beginning of 2025 looks like. But right now, I'm really excited that Trapped
Yeah.
In is finally coming out tomorrow.
Yeah, we're excited for you. We're going to tell everybody to check it out, and look forward to talking to you again soon. Can't wait to see what you got next for us.
All right, Paul. Thank you,
Okay.
man.
Thank you
Good
so
to
much.
talk to you.
Appreciate you. Okay, bye bye.
Thanks, man.